so third grade, we have been working on measuring time in math so far. And we're going to keep measuring time, but we're going to keep measuring, but we're going to start measuring something different. And we're going to start working on measuring weight. And today, we're going to explore a kilogram, okay? We're going to explore a kilogram. A kilogram is a unit or a thing that we use to measure mass. What is mass? Mass is how much stuff makes up something. So your mass is how much stuff makes you up. Okay, it's kind of like weight. So I'm going to show you 1 kilogram. So right here in my hand, I have 1 kilogram. And if you were here, you would get to see how heavy this is. Okay, 1 kilogram is going to be one of our heaviest weights. It's going to be more than 1 gram. So we have kilogram, and then we have gram, another unit for measuring weight. So a kilogram is going to weigh about as much as like a heavy dictionary or a really, really thick book. A gram is going to weigh about as much as a paper clip. So which one is going to be heavier? Definitely the kilogram. The gram is much, much lighter. So if we compared our two weights, you can't even really see this one because it's so small. So we have our kilogram, which is really heavy, and we have our gram. In fact, it would take 1,000 of these to equal 1 kilogram. How many would it take? 1,000 grams to equal 1 kilogram. That's a lot, right? So if it took 1,000 of these, so let's think about something because that's a lot to draw out. What if instead, how many 1 gram pieces would it take to equal 100? 100, right? So you can see 100 grams, a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger. And for this, if it took us 1,000 1 grams, it's going to take us 10 100 grams, okay? So I've got 10 100 grams right now here. And if you put those all together, it's going to equal 1,000 grams or 1 kilogram. And I'm going to abbreviate kilogram, kg, okay? So 100 of these is going to equal 1 of these. 10 100 grams is going to equal 1 kilogram. 10 100 grams is going to equal 1 kilogram. Well, there's got to be something in between 1 kilogram or 1 gram and 100 grams. And what about 10 grams? Okay? So if it took 10 100 grams to equal 1 kilogram, it's going to take 110 grams to equal the same amount. And let me show you what this might look like on my chart. So if I were talking about kilograms, we know that it's going to take 10 of my 100 grams, or it's going to take 100 of my 10 grams. And how do I know that? Because it's going to take me 10 of these to replace 1 of my hundreds. So that's what I did. I erased 1 of my 100 grams, and I drew in 10 of my 10 gram pieces. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It's going to take me 100 of these to get to 1 kilogram. So if we were putting things in order from lightest to heaviest, we know that our 1 gram is going to be our lightest. It's going to be super, super light, okay? And we abbreviate our grams with a G, okay? So 1 G, that's going to equal grams, 1 gram. And then we know that 10 grams is going to be heavier than my 1 gram piece, isn't it? But it's not going to be as heavy, okay? And we know that 100 grams is going to be even heavier still, okay? But we know the heaviest of all is my 1 kilogram. In kilogram, we abbreviate with a kg. Kilogram, we abbreviate with a kg. Now, I want to show us, I don't know how many of you notice, but this is a lot like a place value chart, isn't it? It's very, very similar to if we were talking about kilograms and grams is a lot like looking at our place value chart, okay? So it's because it's the tens place, okay? The tens place right here is the same as 10 ones, okay? The hundreds place is the same as 10 tens. The thousands place is the same as 10 hundreds. The weights we use today work in the exact same way. 10 grams are 10 1-gram parts. 100 grams is 10 10-gram parts. And 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams or 10 100-gram parts. So 10, 10, 10, 10. So our kilograms work a lot, and like we talk about place value. But what's most important to know is that our kilogram, kg, okay, is going to be much, much heavier than our gram, okay? Grams are much lighter than kilograms. It's going to take 1,000 of these to equal one of those, or 100 10-gram parts to equal 1 kilogram, or 10 100-gram parts equal 1 kilogram. So there are some pages that you need to practice looking at different weights and different measurements. And then there is some homework pages that you need to work on. Okay, so remember, it's always going to be tens, okay? One more time. It will take us 10 1-gram parts equal 1 10-gram. 10 10-gram pieces equal 1 100-gram. 10 100-gram pieces to equal 1 kilogram. It's all working in groups of 10, just like place value does. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to Mr. Rush or I. Thanks.